Hello and welcome to the exclusive segment right here on television Nigeria. My name is Cynthia Agbo. Today is the Sickle Cell Day, and of course Sickle Cell was first established in 2008, and then moving on to June 2009 we decided to celebrate the Sickle Cell Day officially. And so today I have someone in the studio in the person of Adeyemi Akin, who'll be talking to us more about Sickle Cell. I welcome Adeyemi Akin.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thanks for having me.
Now let's get to know, what is the sickle cell? Is it a sexual transmitted disease? Is it a bacteria? Let's get to know what exactly is sickle cell, since we are celebrating sickle cell today.
Sickle cell disease is a hereditary lifelong blood disorder caused by an abnormality in the oxygen-carrying hemoglobin in the red blood cell.
Okay, so that's if you had to give that to a layman, the person may not really understand. That's you talking from a medical perspective now. So let's go down. Let's talk about the genotype, the AS, the SS, so that way a layman can definitely get to understand part.
What this simply means is, like the chart of the genotype, where you have the AA, you have the AS, then you have the SS. Those are the common ones. Now, that being said, for an AA person, the right person you can marry is either marry an AA person or you're marrying an AS person. Now, for an AS person, your perfect match is to marry an AA person. AS is a total no-no, because that signifies the danger that brings about sickle cell, that brings about SS, because it's the chances of AA marrying AA and not having SS is like 0.0%.
Okay, so that means if an AS person gets married to an AS person, automatically you're going to produce SS.
The chances are 1 of 100 that you're going to get an SS.
SS. All right, so having established that point, there's this thing I've been hearing a lot of people, medical people talk about, that it's possible for you to know the genotype of the child in your womb before the child is out. Tell us, how does that work?
Now, there are tests that can be carried out during the pregnancy stage that can determine the genotype of the child. But that test is not very rampant, and also it is very, very expensive.
Okay.
So the best bet is just stay off it. Don't even experiment to the stage you want to even go try check the genotype of the child while still in the womb.
Okay, I have other questions to ask you, but before we go there, let's talk about the bone marrow transplant. How does that work? Is it effective? What's the chances? How expensive is it?
Now, the bone marrow transplant, I will say, is the chances are 50-50. The chances are 50-50, like I said. Okay. And it's very, very expensive. When I say expensive, quite expensive. So from us, the advice is, if you don't even go close to the red line, there won't be need for you to talk about the bone marrow transplant, because the bone marrow transplant very expensive and the chances is very, very slim. Now, some people might just go through the transplant and it becomes successful. Some might go through it and it's not successful. And looking at the fund that you need to expend to even go through it, now if it turns out that it's not successful, become another kind of problem for you, or trauma for you.
Okay, so that means don't even attempt it.
Definitely.
All right, so I've heard a couple of people say that sickle cell is for the rich. Well, I know you're going to smile at that, but what are the possible ways to live? Because I've seen some sickle cell children, some are so healthy, they are so fat, even than myself. And you see other sickle cell patients, they're looking so skinny and dry and so malnourished, if I may say, but they are actually eating. I even heard of a sickle cell person that even has injuries. So what are the ways to live? What's the best way to take care of a child that is sickle cell?
Now, the first advice I would want to give here is, one, eat healthy, and make sure that your food are 100% healthy,
okay,
and keep a clean environment. That's very, very important too. And also stay hydrated always. Drink a lot of water, keep clean environment, and make sure that you take your medications regularly.
Okay, that's the best way, and the person will be very fat like me.
Like you are not sickle cell patient, so the person might not be as far as you. But then, if you take these precautions, there are chances that you come out healthy always.
Okay, so but for now, there is no cure for sickle cell. There is no change. Once you're born, you're born.
No, there are cure for sickle cell right now, but it is also still very expensive. Like I had a discussion with someone yesterday, and he said the estimate for that cure right now is around 10-15 million.
And what's the chances?
Yes, it's still, like, for now, I think it's still on the experimental stage, but there are chances that once those medications have been taken, you're going to get off it totally.
Okay, so what would be your final advice to probably couples or young people? Because some people have gone to get married to ASO. I love this man, I love this woman. And some of them just go through the spiritual realm, hoping that something magical would definitely happen. So what would be your final advice to people who are about to go into something like this, knowing fully well their partner is AS and they still want to venture into such a business?
My advice is very, very simple. You don't want to jeopardize the future of your unborn child. You don't want to jeopardize their future, and the best way is just to stay off it. You can't say because you love somebody and you put the life of your unborn children at risk, because it's a total risk. If you're AS, you get married to an AS, the chances is like 1 of 100. Definitely one of them must come to be SS. Now, from us at SCAF, we usually preach, don't even go close to it. It's not something you just even want to try, because you can't scale through it. The chances that none of your child will come out without SS is very, very slim. So it's better you just stick to a partner that is compatible to your genotype and stay safe.
Okay, so that means we're advising that get married to your partner for genotype's sake, not for love's sake.
Yes, definitely, at least for the sake of
your unborn children. I must say thank you so much for coming on the program. Adeyemi Akim talking to us on sickle cell, because today is actually the sickle cell day. I must say that in everything you do, make sure you get to know your genotype, because it is one of the most important things that you owe to yourself and, of course, your unborn children. This is Television Nigeria. My name is Cynthia Agbo. Don't go anywhere.